So the new book, Peril, from Bob Woodward and Robert Costa, making all kinds of waves. Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley described as gathering military leaders to make sure a person that he considered unstable, Donald Trump, didn't start a nuclear war unchecked. With me now is Fred Kaplan, national security columnist for Slate and author of The Bomb, Presidents, Generals, and the Secret History of Nuclear War. I want to talk about the nuclear process, Fred, specifically, and this is something you write on. What exactly, based on the reporting now from the book, which you and I have both read at greater length than some of the articles about it, what did Milley do to inject himself into that nuclear process?
Well, there's been some hype about this, both in the book and in the press coverage of the book. Let me just say very quickly how the nuclear process works, because most people don't know this. The president doesn't have a button that he pushes. Somebody comes in with a big briefcase that has communications gear and code books. He sends a message to something called the National Military Command Center in the Pentagon, which is headed by a one-star general. He authenticates that, yes, it's me. Here's my proof that it's me. I want you to do the following. He's the only person who makes this decision. However, there is a protocol where a few officials are in on the consultation about this, including the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Secretary of Defense, head of Strategic Command, maybe some others as well. They don't have any decision-making power, but they're in on the process. As I understand it, all that Milley was saying in this conversation with the officers at the command center was, make sure that I'm in on this consultation. He wasn't trying to subvert anything.
Basically, just make sure I'm on the conference call.
Which is part of the procedure. He was not subverting the procedure.
If in part of this procedure, Milley on the conference call had said, Mr. President, you can't do it or don't do it, what happens?
The president can either listen to him or not listen to him. Same thing with the Secretary of Defense, same thing with the head of Strategic Command, who's also in on the call, which, you know, that raises the larger questions. Is this really a good idea? Whether it's Donald Trump or Joe Biden or anybody, entrusting the power to essentially blow up the planet with one person who may or may not be insane.
Hold that thought, because I want to get back to that in a second. So Mark Milley, according to the book, does not say, don't follow the orders. If the president says start a nuclear war, don't follow the orders. He does not tell that to the other people here. The book refers to the Schlesinger moment, James Schlesinger, who was Secretary of Defense under Nixon in the final days of Watergate, who basically told generals, don't follow orders.
Yeah, no, that was a true thing. Schlesinger sent a message to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs at the time, General George Brown, saying, if you get any unusual orders from the White House, check with me first. And then Brown sent a message to all the four-star commanders for nuclear, conventional war, everywhere, saying, do not follow an order until you come through me. Now, that's different. That's different. That's very different.
Which gets to, we have about 30 seconds left, the larger issue, which you note here. People know this is a problem, that the president unilaterally, basically, can start a nuclear war. What's being done to address this?
Nothing. There have been 2 hearings in the atomic age on this subject of nuclear launch control. One in 1976, shortly after Nixon, one in 2017, the first year of Trump. It was done because of a realization. It was said explicitly that, hey, we have unstable presidents sometimes. What can we do about this? And essentially, they did nothing about this.
Yeah, again, and it's not in the Constitution either. Yes, there's impeachments, there's checks and balances, but not to start a nuclear war. And there weren't nuclear weapons, in the 1780s, and that's a problem. Fred Kaplan, great to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.